From Ukraine, yeah, I've gotten some. Was that pastry made?
No.
No,
Oh,
okay.
I forgot what it was.
No, pastry made
This
is
was not
Poland.
pastry.
Yeah, those are Poland.
Yeah. So anyway, and they weren't that expensive. I forgot what that,
Yeah.
$14 or
I
something.
know. I like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I feel like I.
So I know that I need it this long. So I'm just gonna roll my texture
How does your frogs
down
turn out?
before I cut it out again.
It was on the smaller one, so you didn't see as much. of the
Another
frog
thing, when
that
you're
big
rolling
one.
these textures a lot of times, don't use it by the handle. You
Press
get
down.
better, you
Yeah.
press with this. You don't use the handles, because you will, I'm sorry I didn't mention that earlier, but you will not get as deep an impression if you roll with the handles.
Why is that? It doesn't.
Because you
The
have to
weight's
press down.
on.
Where,
Yeah.
Yeah,
where your
you're
pressure
pressing
is.
down more. See, I lost some texture there, but I'm just not gonna worry about it.
You know, probably they're made for like dough and stuff that's
Yeah,
not bad.
yeah, it does, yeah, it
They
does
don't
a lot.
have-
You know, you do it like this, but any wooden, these especially, you have to press down with your hand on here, not the handles.
Well, that's what
She
I
even
found.
tells you when you buy these, she even has instructions to do
Press
that.
down.
Yeah.
So on when I did my big picture just now, one side I have better than the other side, and I'm thinking I thought I was pressing down
Yeah.
even, but it did not come out that way.
See, I'm just making a mess here by trying to go over it.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this. Both length pieces are straight down with the knife. Then when you cut the ends, angle this way, keep the straight, same angle that way. So one, like this, you're gonna cut under, this one, keep the same angle, cut over. It's about a 45-degree angle under, this one's over, so that when you lap it, it overlaps. So that's what I'm doing now, just cut straight across top.
Is this the one we're using?
Yes,
Yeah.
and straight across the bottom. And then I'll go in at a 45-degree angle and cut that. And on top, this time that one went under, this one goes on top. 45-degree angle. These are just extra pieces. And I'm gonna need another piece for the bottom. Nancy, we didn't talk
No,
about
yeah,
it.
sorry.
It's gonna be the bottom.
No, you can use it. Are you going to texture?
Are we?
I do not.
Yeah, that's what we
Because
did.
I found
I
that
did it
once
on
you put the texture on it, you actually flatten it out a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I just had to add on to one of my slabs to make it a little bit longer to make this one. And it's okay to do that. Overlap a part of a slab if you need just a little bit more length to your slab. You can just add a little bit. I'm gonna flip this over. Now, because I'm working on a board, sometimes you get board texture on the inside, but I don't mind that much. I try to get rid of canvas texture. I don't really like the canvas texture.
Yeah.
So, let's see, for this one, for this one, I used this roller right here. That's what's on this.
I like that roll, whatever that pattern is.
Probably got it in there. It's an MKM. So you don't mar your piece. But I do need to roll out just a little bit of wet clay for a coil. Do you know the tricks of rolling? You all might know this.
Palm of your hand.
You do straight. Some people go like this. If you do that, you end up. Do you know about the trick of if you're doing a thicker one or whatever, let's say it's flat on one side or whatever. You get to that point where it's going blop, 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 and it's flat. You take it and twist the piece.
Ah,
And you put it down and roll it. There you go. How about that?
Look
And
it up.
Yeah. If it's doing it again, you just twist it
huh.
and roll. And you roll like all the way from your fingertips to the end of your,
From your thumb to your pinky, keep going back and forth, right? That's what,
all
Well-
the way from here.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I mean going side to side so that
Right,
you're,
yes,
okay.
yes, back and forth. But yeah, if you ever get that where it just won't flat on one side or whatever, you just twist it. I thought that was a really neat trick when I learned that, so. So tips I've learned along the way. I'll probably go a little thinner. And I don't know how far I'm gonna be able to reach up in there, but you know, I didn't bring it, but I have one of those thumb tools that you can use.
I've got it here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been wondering what to do with that.
Yeah, yeah.
Now I know, me too.
And it keeps it keeps my fingernails from gouging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I use it.
What is it?
That little
A
thumb
coil
tool.
that you put up in there, you
Because
work
I'm
it
always
back and forth.
digging in it, and I just make myself use that.
Yeah.
I noticed over here in the shop, they're, I know, they're balsa tools, but they're sculpting tools. We're all 99 cents.
Oh, really?
We'll take a break.
Where's her?
Yeah.
Scrappy.
Got it.
And then, okay, I'm gonna do some from the top too, because you just can't. If you're just firing to cone 6, or if you're firing to
I
06,
like that.
yeah, I've got it's wonky
No, I like
right now.
that, though.
But yeah,
I love
the
that.
curve,
Because you got it down here.
yeah,
Good thing you didn't have a bottom one.
That's a really nice
Yeah.
line in that pattern.
yeah. And you can accent this more. I pulled it out. I don't know if you saw that.
I have that pattern, but
Yeah.
I always make it round.
Oh, do you? Yeah. I like this.
No, I like it too. I'm gonna make yours.
Yeah. And again, you can make the template bigger. I have several sizes that I've made bigger
I
ones.
think Sylvia will this will end up about that size.
Yes, this one ends up, well, see, my clay shrinks at 13%, about 13%, which is pretty high. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're, I said balsa, these are boxwood tools. They're
Boxwood,
99
yeah.
cents. I
So
thought,
that
what
kind of
care?
does
I
the
can,
clay
yeah.
you
I use Phoenix. It's a groggy clay. I can use it for raku, pit firing, and pen.
I thought I'd get rid of all my chopsticks that I got.
Yeah.
99 cents.
I know, yeah, thank you, this is a great tool. So getting that out of the way, I've kind of got that done, and I'll leave the lip for later. See, another thing you want to look at is side to side. You want, you want that to be even, and I'll work with that later. Another thing, I want to kind of fatten it out just a little bit. So now that I've got the coil in there, that helps strengthen that. And I'll work on that a little bit. Here we go. And notice it kind of leans forward, but I kind of like that gesture. Like, you know, it's kind of forward. If you don't like that, I suppose you could take a Sureform and cut the bottom off, but I like that it is like that. Again, I'll go out just a little bit beyond. I do the same way I did before. I'm gonna make like a teardrop, leave a point at the end. I might leave a longer point. If you wanna do that turned up ducktail, you can leave a longer point. So, just so you can see, the bottom's it's kind of like a teardrop. And again, I want to, it really doesn't matter how neat you score. The main thing is you're scratching the surface. And I do both the bottom and the. I have some scoring tools, but I didn't bring them, so I'm just using this knife. I don't normally use a knife to do it with, but it works. Now, it's good to stand. We were talking about sitting. Sometimes sitting you can't see everything, so it's good to stand up and look over to see where you got things. And if you don't cut it quite bigger than your piece, you can always add a coil. Like on this side, I don't think I got quite enough on there.
Does anybody mind if I post pictures on my Instagram? I mean, I'm not like crazy thing, but I'm just gonna post that.
Just make sure our hair looks good, okay? And our lipstick and our.
Yeah. Yes.
You don't want your picture or anything on Instagram?
No, I said, why not?
Oh,
Yeah.
I said craziness.
Yeah.
We can do crazy.
So I don't know if you guys can see this. I've got the tail there. I'm gonna lift it a little bit so I can work with it. Got dust knees, clay dust knees. Yeah, I do too. I mostly work on the wheel, but I really enjoy hand building too.
at home and one at the farm.
So,
Okay. So I've got that. That's pretty good. You don't want to put it down on anything wet, like I just did. And now I'll work on the rim, and then I'll put a handle on it. Pretty much the same. I might pull this handle this time. I've heard a lot of people say, I've heard some hand builders say, if you are hand building a piece, you need to put a hand-built handle on it. It's a matter of opinion. It's a matter of opinion.
Okay, so I was looking on your template, when you did this,
Yeah.
did you do it to about there?
Yes.
So, but you rolled your big
Yeah,
part first?
just as far as I wanted to. I didn't really, you could use any of these, yeah, yeah. I'd probably go back down some. Well, it depends on if you want to put texture on this part.
Gotcha.
Yeah. You guys can find me on Facebook under Duck Creek Pottery. Join me on there if you want. Look at some of the work I do, some of the workshops and things too.
How far are you from Fort Mill?
Ooh, I don't know. Let's see. I'm not sure. I'm Indian Trail, but I'm really closer to Mint Hill.
Oh,
So
okay,
I would look up Fort Mill to
Okay.
Mint Hill.
Out the east side of Charlotte.
Yeah.
Fort Mill probably wouldn't be too bad,
I
cause you
don't
come
think
up,
so.
77 and get 480,
Yeah.
45 and
around
yeah,
and exit out that way.
yeah. And you get off on Highway 218.
You're getting crap. I'm the one that's all over the place.
Yeah.
Tell me this. You know, I did.